Welcome back, guys. I just got a major personal warning. We just got a knock at our door, and it's related to what's going on around the country right now. There's a lot of stuff boiling up and bubbling up since the last time I posted. I appreciate you guys that have been concerned and have been commenting and worrying, but it's been a good time off, all right? Because we actually just had our third child. My second son was just born over the past week, and that is what I've been taking time off for. We did a home birth here at home, right? Home water birth, and it's incredible, right? It's God's greatest gift is bringing new life in, bringing new children, right? So there's been a lot going on, and we also got a knock on the door at the same time all this has been happening, right? And you've also seen all this stuff going on in the world and in the country. Things are about to break loose, right? It's about to break loose. That's what it feels like right now. And they're also clamping down and sending people out to check on your chickens, right? We got a knock on our door, or they tried to knock on our door. Okay, we have a fence and it's completely gated off, so you can't even get to our door. But we were outside, hanging out in the backyard, and we had insurance agents come to our property and walk around the side gate to talk to us and saying they need to do an outside inspection because they are worried about this bird stuff going on. All right, that is what's happening right now. And they said they need to do an outdoor inspection, and we said we're not doing that right now. We're not ready for this. They showed up unannounced, right? And they are saying that they're updating their policies and making sure that everyone's in compliance for this bird stuff that's spreading around right now, right? So that's why I thought it was critical to be out here in the coop, because this stuff's under attack. The food supply's under attack. Being sustainable, homesteading, being off-grid, all these things are under attack. Some states, it's hard to even capture rainwater, okay? But now they're really sending out the people and saying, hey, we're clamping down on this and making sure nobody is out of their compliance with this, and we're still in the middle of dealing with it, right? And we're in a state where homeowner insurance is very scarce right now. All the companies are pulling out. It's almost impossible to do business down here in the South with all the homeowner insurance companies that are going under and pulling out because of all the hurricane damage and things like that that have been going on, right? And now we have this on top of it. It's hard enough to get insurance, and rates are super high, and now they're cracking down on this, right? And this comes as just about 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago now, they signed this federal order to track and trace all dairy cattle that are moving in between states. They have to be tested for this bird stuff, all right? And just in the past week as well, they also announced that millions and millions of birds are being culled from this. And they also just had a massive fire at one of the largest egg-laying facilities in the country in Illinois. All right, check this out. This is a picture that happened just this week. This happened Wednesday, early Wednesday. This was happening in Illinois. All right, and this is one of the largest egg-laying facilities in the country. And they also just ordered to cull over 4 million birds as well in a different state from this bird stuff. We will get to that in a second. They're coming after us. All right, they're coming after the food supply. And these egg layers, this isn't just like meat birds, okay? It's bad enough when you lose millions of meat birds. These egg layers take 5, 6, 7 months, some of them, to get in full laying capacity. It takes time to get this supply chain going, right? Some of our birds, we have a couple different flocks here, and one of our flocks has golden comet chickens in it. And they're already laying at 3.5 months. They're not even 4 months old. They'll be 4 months next week. And she's already been laying almost every single day. right? Her eggs are pretty small because she's not even full grown yet, but she's already laying, all right? That's a very early layer, and it's a good chicken breed, reliable breed, all right? That's one that I've never used before until this year, and good results, right? But this is what's happening right now. Our food supply is being burnt to the ground. This is in Illinois, all right? Let me give you the details on this, and then I'll give you the details of these 4 million plus chickens that were called as well from this, all right? This is not good. This is not a good sign, and this is going to continue to get worse, I believe, all right? So this is in Farina, Illinois. It says a significant 5-alarm fire breaks out at one of the nation's largest free-range egg facilities, killing over 1.2 million chickens. You can't recover from this overnight. And when it's millions and millions at once, egg prices are going to skyrocket. All right, find a friend that grows eggs. Go to a local farmer's market. All over, wherever I drive around, there's people every 5 miles. There's somebody that has a sign that says they have fresh eggs. All right, so just stop by. These people want you to buy their eggs. If they have a sign outside, they want you to buy it, and they have chickens. All right, people all over, and get your own too. This is going to be the only way to have access to these things. Even dairy is being affected by this as well. Dairy cattle have to have testing to move from state to state. They're saying this fire broke out Wednesday night, all right? And over 15 fire departments responded to this major fire, with at least 3 buildings catching fire and causing significant property damage. And says the smoke was so heavy that it was picked up on Doppler radar, reaching between 13,000 and 15,000 feet in the air, and could be seen from over 20 miles away. Officials said there's no determined cause of what started the fire, and it's under investigation. And they said no people were injured, but at least 1.2 million chickens confirmed to be wiped out from this, right? So this is not good. And this comes at the same time. Here's another view of this in Farina, Illinois. And this is coming at the same exact time as farmers are being ordered to get rid of 4.2 million chickens. All right, this happened in Iowa just over the last week. Okay, this is happening in Michigan. This is happening in Iowa. And this one that just happened, this is the biggest one that has happened since 2022. All right, there was a big spike in this, and there were 5 million birds that were wiped out. And if you remember, that's when all the egg prices were going crazy, right? When it was $10 a dozen. Sorry, I'm getting pecked over here in the legs by these chicks. All right, it was over $10 a dozen for eggs in some places. And if you want some free range eggs, it was going bonkers. All right, you want some like organic eggs, some local eggs, it was going crazy. All right, you could be charging $15 a dozen, $20 a dozen. All right, if it's some rare eggs and free range, organic, all that stuff, you're hitting all the marketing points. All right, that stuff was expensive, and it's already creeping back up. And just now, 4.2 million chickens. This is also one of the largest egg laying facilities, conventional egg laying facilities. That was one of the largest free ranging facilities in Illinois in the country. This is one of the largest conventional facilities, and 4.2 million chickens gone from this. All right, this is a big event, and this is hitting our food supply, and this is coming as prices are already at all-time high for everything. I don't know about you guys, but our grocery bill is insane. It's insane. It's impossible to keep up. Even going to Aldi, trying to go to Aldi, shop at Aldi every week to save, and even buying the cheap stuff, right? That's not even the best for you. Going all these different routes, it's still not good enough. It's still way too expensive, and it's hard to feed your family. So let me know what you guys think. Have you heard about this policy as well? I've seen multiple people reporting, saying in Florida that this exact thing is happening to them, that insurance companies are trying to get them on some little technicality so they do not have to cover them. All right, and they're saying that this is one of the things that they're clamping down on right now. Okay, and we were warned as well that they could use drone technology to check on the property. Right, they're saying that they could do checks with aerial devices, things like drones, and see what's going on in the backyard as well if they don't do a physical inspection. And we reached out to them, right? So we're waiting to get a response and trying to figure this out. All right, but they warned us that they could do that as well. So we don't even know if they did that. They might have done that. But people showed up here and we're trying to do a out of the blue insurance inspection. And we might be forced to switch insurance companies, right? We might have to get some kind of farm insurance or something along those lines. Even though we're not selling anything, we might be forced to do this, right? They're going to try to box people out of these policies as much as possible. And they've already done this for things like hurricanes as well. I know people personally that still have tarps on their roof from the hurricanes last year, right? So this is what's happening. They're denying people for any reason they can find. And the insurance market in the South, and especially in Florida, is completely collapsing. It's almost like a scam at this point. It's like a Ponzi scheme scam where you're just forced to pay into this scam, but everyone knows that you're probably not going to get reimbursed if something actually happens, right? So, and there's a reason why they're updating these policies as well for things like this. They are probably anticipating something like this to get even worse and policies to spread and start affecting people individually, right? We could see national chicken registries, things like this. This is already happening in the UK. They have a plan that's launching later this year where people that have over a certain amount of chickens, I believe it's 25 chickens, they have to register, and they want to track them for this bird stuff going on, right? So they are trying to use this as the event to get control of our food supply and get control of your backyard chickens as well in homesteading. And we need to say no. We need to say we don't want this. We do not comply with this. And we also need to be prepared for things like this that are being pushed. GMO chickens. All right, these are in the pipeline right now where they're going to genetically alter chickens that you eat and the egg layers as well to be immune to this disease. All right, what is that going to do? What type of potential vectors is that opening up? Because when they genetically manipulate these animals, a lot of times they splice the DNA with some type of other animal or some type of other organism. And that is potentially what they're doing with this immunity that they're going to give these GMO chickens that they're working on. All right. And they also are talking about things like having, you know what, put inside of the chickens for this. Okay. Where they're going to put things inside of the meat birds and the egg layers to prevent them from getting this as well. Right? And that could cause ripple down effects in our food supply as well. You don't want to be eating these things, and this is your wake-up call to start growing your own food and to get to know people as well that are growing their own food too. All right, go to local farmers markets and support your local farmers, people that are really doing it. And you can tell if there's somebody that's got every single vegetable. It's middle of winter and this guy's got every vegetable. Maybe if you're down south, all right, this doesn't apply down south, but middle of winter and this guy's got peppers and this guy's got bananas and tomatoes and it's middle of winter. All right, this guy's probably not growing this stuff, and you should be able to verify it. People should want to be backing this up if they're growing it, showing pictures of it and verifying their farms and their businesses. All right, so support real farmers at farmers markets that are growing this food locally and bringing this stuff to you. All right, because they're going to be the ones that are going to help you and support you. If it hits the fan, all the chickens are getting culled around the nation. All right, this entire food supply is wiped out. Eggs, which are critical to everything. Eggs are used to bake. Eggs are used for cooking almost everything. All right, it's one of the cheapest protein sources, and it's under attack. And so is dairy right now. Dairy is an extremely cheap protein source. Milk, you get a ton of calories and protein and vitamins for milk for the cost of it. All right, for a gallon of milk, even if you're getting organic milk or raw milk, you're getting a ton of nutrients for your cost, right? But all these hits are making the price go up more and more and more, and we're going to have limited availability in our food supply. And the only way that you're going to have it is to have it locally, know people, or be growing it on your own. All right, so thank you guys. Please hit it up for me down there. All right, it helps to get these warnings out. I'm going to be back on schedule for you guys, posting all the time, keeping you guys updated on this big news. All right, and give me a little slack here because I'm dealing with a lot of stuff in the background, but I'm going to be keeping you guys updated. So I appreciate all the love, all the support, all the reaching out. I saw the comments and people worried about me and reaching out. All right, I saw it earlier today when I was checking on things. I'll try to get back to some of those later, but I appreciate it. I really do. All the support, people worried. All right, we're probably fine. All right, maybe if it's been like a month, then maybe you should start to worry. But if it's been a week or two, it's probably fine. It's probably just something going on. So thank you guys for all the support, all the blessings. I really appreciate that. I hope you guys have big blessings for your life, your family, and I hope you have a big old blessed day.